Hello, everyone. This is SIG Node CI meeting. Today is October 11, 2023. Let's get started. So it looks like there is no agenda items today. If anybody has any topics they want to bring, feel free to speak right now. If not, we'll jump directly to test triage. Okay, let's jump to test triage then. So on release blocking, we have a couple of flaky tests. Looks really normal. Serial tests are still failing since a while ago.
Yeah, but it started being super flaky on graceful shutdown, right?
Yes, I believe this is related to graceful node shutdown.
Yeah, I wonder if we need to file a bug. Because it was green before, and now it became like 1 out of 3.
Mm-hmm. I believe there was already a bug for this because we've been mentioning this for a couple of meetings now.
Kevin has been looking into this one.
Okay, that's great. Do we have an issue, or do we need to create one?
There's one already created, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, thanks, Ryan. Let's see, enough from merge release. There was an initial failure, and I'm not sure if it's worth investigating. Yeah, one failure and 125.
I don't think it's worth it.
Okay, that should be fine.
Unless we did some change that broke the job completely.
Yeah, that's what I would be scared. Because, yeah, okay. We have 4 failures, but this one actually ran the tests. We could probably wait for the next run, and then if it's still failing, I'll file something. Okay, moving to kubelet. We have, let's focus on the failing ones. Topology manager, this is still failing.
Yeah, I'm still looking into it. I have no conclusive results yet.
Thanks, Fatih. Let's see, Fedora, this is still failing as same as before, and it's also related to the... I don't recall seeing these ones before.
Yeah, it just looks new.
Yeah, the close failures, because it was failing on other tests before. Let me make a note on the notes. There's also swap Fedora serial, which is just not running at all. Ubuntu is fine, and Ubuntu serial is also failing. Okay, moving on to containerd. Okay, see that containerd node end-to-end. This has been failing as well. We can investigate really quickly just to see what's up here. I just failed, so it doesn't say much. Failure when calling kubetest. I don't know if this is related to the migration of I think we had kubetest to kubetest 2, if I recall correctly. So it's possible this might be affected. Okay. The serial job is not failing. I mean, it's failing in some tests, but it's not failing the job.
Yeah, same graceful shutdown with pod priority.
Yeah, it's the same test, right? Let's see. This is Arvento and container 2. Oh, this is EC2. Okay. Kubelet container eviction. These are eviction tests. Okay. Huge pages. They started failing yesterday. It's just a failing test. We probably need one for this. Is anyone aware of any issues on this test? If not, we can file one as well. Let me make a note. Resource managers. This has been failing as well. Topology manager. Okay. Besides that, it looks like this one is fixed now. Thanks for the fix. So on CRIO, we have eviction tests failing. Well, we have huge pages failing as well. Copy this one. And we have serial CRIO failing. Let's see. Resource allocation looks relatively fine. Okay. This one. C advisor, only one. It's fine. CRI tools is fine. There are some flaky ones, but they look fine overall. Kernel model management. 80%. Okay, it's fine. Not problem detector. This one has been failing for a while, I believe. No, it's new. Okay. Let me make a job for an issue for this. GCIG custom flags is failing as well. Profiles operator looks fine. And image pushes looks fine as well. Okay.
I think this one we discussed last time. And it may still, it's already needs a rebase, so I would suggest we move it to waiting on author.
it's slow. My computer is just really freezing. So let's see. Remove deprecated framework. Expect equal. This is a pull request.
It could be easy to review.
Is there any reviewers? I don't think this is, well, should it be on SIG Node CI? It sounds like it should be.
Yeah, a lot of node code there.
Mhm.
You can assign to me, I will quickly review it.
Okay. Check pod ready to start containers condition after graceful shutdown. This is for a cap. They should not, if it is for a cap, then they should not be a.
Wait, is it only test change?
That might be the case, yeah. It's only test. Okay, then it's fine here. Is there any reviewer yet?
I reviewed it yesterday. It looked okay to me.
Then we just need an approver. Go ahead and move it here as well. Okay, move gRPC rate limiter from pod resource folder. Is there any test logic here? There's one test moved.
But no, this is actually a product change,
Okay.
well, code change.
I'm gonna remove it from the board then.
Yeah, it's a code movement and test is because, you know, they fix the test as well.
Of course. Okay, this is work in progress. I'll just move to author. Rewrite MPD test to support host local exec. Okay, I recall I saw this on the chat, but I couldn't really provide any context. I think I'll CC myself.
Yeah, we discussed it on yesterday's SIG Node meeting. So apparently, after this change, scalability test stopped working.
Okay.
It's basically removing the option to refer to nodes by IP address rather than by node name. It's a good simplification, but apparently it's not working all the time.
It doesn't work all the time, right? Okay. So let's see. There's no. I'm gonna move it as. Probably just needs approver. Should be fine for now. Okay, graceful node shutdown test failing due to connection with DBus. Oh, that's great. It's triage. It should be accepted, I believe.
Yeah, this is a problem with this failing test.
Kevin, are you in the call? Are you working on this?
He and I chatted yesterday. I don't think he's here. We were looking at the graceful shutdown container D problems, and we noticed that login D is not working correctly from COS operating system. So
Okay.
somebody needs to look at that.
Uh,
Are there any COS engineers at Google that could look at this?
I can start a support ticket to see if we can get some traction on that.
That'd be really helpful because
Yeah,
it doesn't
definitely.
look like it's kubelet, and it
Mhm.
looks like it's more of an OS issue.
Yeah, I'll take a look and I'll file an issue if we need to.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks. So let's move to. Okay. Okay, we have end-to-end Ubuntu. They just end-to-end Ubuntu entirely. But I didn't see this fail. This is fixed now. Okay.
Yeah, Dim's changed the image version this morning.
Okay. Yeah. And finally, pull Kubernetes node end-to-end container. This is the same one, right? This seems to be related to the other one. Well, hold on. What job did they say?
Hi, yeah, I think this one was, they're pointing to the OOM issues.
Oh, it's OOM instead of. Okay.
But
Oh, that's
it
your
does,
failing? We merged yesterday, right?
yeah, we merged yesterday. I think this person posted this a few days ago.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna close it.
I will say that I've been seeing a new failure on that test coming up. Something to do
Okay.
with runtime handler. No, is that the one?
This is on the pull node end-to-end. This is correct. But this one seems green now.
Yeah, maybe. I'll find it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it was the, at least there was a few times. It looks like maybe I was just unlucky.
Yeah, it
The,
failed a couple of times, but now it seems to be fine.
yeah, the runtime class should reject a pod requesting a deleted runtime class. That was the first time I've seen that failure, but it seems to have been only once and on my PR, of course.
It happens. Okay. Yeah, we don't have any more issues on the grid, so we can go forward. We can move forward to bug triage.
I will go ahead and share my screen. Before we begin with with this list, I think I saw one bug survey where I think there was some change in kubelet behavior from 126 to 127. There was an issue where we saw that if there is a pod with multiple containers and one container gets killed, it leads to restarting of the entire pod. Is that expected?
Yeah, so that was change in 128, I think it was, to
Yeah,
using.
I'm able to see it from 127.
This-
So is there any behavior change?
Let me find the issue. So you're saying basically, well, sorry, when one process in a container gets killed, then the entire container, or
Then the entire pod was getting restarted.
so that sounds unrelated. So what I was thinking of was, I'm trying to find the issue.
Do you think that's expected?
I don't think so. I would think that the
You are sharing bug analyzer right now.
Yeah, just close. Yeah, I think we might want to create an issue with it. So I can add it to notes and we can follow up on this later. Yeah, I can add the details later. But yeah, this is something I wanted to bring up. Moving on to the bugs in the list. Handle leak in Kubernetes vendor GitHub C advisor file system. Yeah, this I think should be under C advisor. Like Canon is mentioned here. The file header is created by this. Do we want to close this?
I would vote to leave it open until the
The
person
create the
creates the.
corresponding one? Okay. Moving on to the next one. After upgrade.
Do you want to add the label?
Sorry, say that again.
I think there's a label, like a triage needs information. I don't know how important that is.
Needs hyphen information.
I think that's right.
Yes.
Yeah. After upgrading kits to 124, PVC is blocked on unmount device stage. Let's scroll down. Looks like a recent issue. After upgrading kits from 120 to 124, is this a supported version? We deleted a pod using CSI PVC on the node that had not been evicted before the upgrade. The pod was deleted successfully, but PVC was still mounted and attached to the node. If a new pod uses the same PVC in another node, it will report multi-attach error. In kubelet log, we found operation for this failed, no retries permitted, get device mount ref check failed for volume this. The reproduction steps are run a pod that mounts CSI PVC, upgrade kits to 124, delete the pod created, unmount the device, PVC will fail. It is just that the unmounted PVC failed in unmounted stage. What do we want to do with this one?
It's clearly SIG storage.
Yeah,
And also we need to mention that 124 is not supported.
yeah.
I think in the bug description they say something about specific place where it happens. Like maybe they even find the root cause. No, yeah, this code.
Yeah, is this owned by SIG Storage? They say if there are still pods using PVC running on a node before upgrading kubelet, when the pod is deleted, PVC enters the unmount device stage. Since the mount record of the old stage path still exists, it will report the error is still mounted by other references, and hence the unmount device cannot be successful.
So how I read it is there was a problem before 124, and then I'm not sure if it's still persistent past 124. So if this error happens, it happens on a version before 124 because they update into 124. So we need to ask if this code is even exist in later versions.
Okay.
Thank you. Can you remove SIG node for now as well?
Archive.
No. In the comments say remove SIG node. Yeah,
Remove
dash SIG.
node.
And then we need to remove it from a project. I can help with that. Next time.
DRA. Create an event to resource claim or resource class when the parameters fail validation in the resource driver. When resource claim parameters or resource class parameters fail validation in resource driver during pod scheduling context sync loop, the error is visible only in events of pod scheduling context. The expectation is the error should be visible on the object that fails the validation as well, whether it's resource claim or resource class respectively. These steps to reproduce are create resource claim with unsupported parameters, spec values or unsupported parameters ref. And I think the behavior is it should be corresponding to the error should correspond to whatever object failed with the validation.
Yeah.
Is
This person already assigned self-assigned. So I think description is good enough. And the person already accepted triage, so we probably just need to move it to the proper column.
is it done?
No,
No.
triaged.
Triaged, sorry.
Yeah. One thing, yeah, it will be nice to cross-reference with enhancement as well.
In the description?
Just in the comments, say like cap and let me find the cap really quick. Yeah, I posted cap in the chat.
Thank you. HA proxy static pod stuck in terminating state, but the container inside it is ready. In our cluster, we are encountering a non-deterministic behavior. For instance, we have a static HA proxy pod on all worker nodes. However, at times, this pod becomes stuck in a state, such as terminating for several days. Remarkably, the container within this pod remains operational on the worker node and functions as expected. The expectation is the pod should have the correct state. How can we reproduce? We couldn't reproduce this bug. Okay. Okay.
Okay. The
The
typical
word
terminating state will indicate that either there was some unmount failure and we keep removing the sandbox. Yeah, and by the way, this version is into live as well. Yeah, so it may be unmount error or maybe some error in runtime. that would fail Kubernetes to remove sandbox. So if node is still around, then there's probably some error inside this runtime, and without runtime and kubelet logs, we cannot do anything. So I would say triage needs information and ask for kubelet logs and runtime logs.
Maybe we can ask them to try out with the latest version. We have several fixes lately in the pod status handling.
Is that it?
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks.
Triage needs information.
Thank you.
Do I have to remove the bugs from here? See. Should I remove this from here or does it stay?
Oh, just move to needs information. It's still signal. There is a column for needs information, second column.
Okay. Does it drag and drop? No?
Drag and drop works, but also like drop down from inside the box. So
Okay. We are seeing readiness probe warning before initial delay seconds and startup probe. We are seeing readiness probe warning before initial delay seconds and startup probe. Below are the configuration. The expectation is we expect readiness probe to invoke after the startup probe and initial delay, but we get a warning that readiness probe failed at 27 seconds. Okay. As per the Kubernetes document, readiness and liveness probe come into picture after startup probe, and startup probe have 1 minute before we should be warning. The reproduction steps are by deleting the pod. Okay, there are issues with the YAML format. Looks like you are on EKS. It is better to try contacting a production support before opening. This might as well be an open source case bug, but it is up to them to help you determine that.
yeah, so the problem will maybe the understanding of how to construct these probes.
Correct.
You scroll up, it's really hard to read.
And they also mentioned that there are some issues with the YAML format, right? Like because it's hard to read. What's the actionable here then?
And we may follow the comment above and say kind support and close it because we don't do support. And slash close as well.
Is there a tag for that?
For close, yeah, there is it will close the bug.
Pod lifecycle broken with kubelets evented plug feature. A really amusing issue that I uncovered is when we enable evented plug feature for kubelet 126.7, kubelet fails to get container status, delete containers, etc. The outcome of this is kubelet starts duplicate containers inside the same pod sandbox. This results in pod failing as there are too many threads or unable to bind to socket as the port is in use. Also raised the issue in containerd. The expectation is evented plug should behave similarly to non-evented plug. Reproduction steps again run 126.7, enable evented plug feature, observe cry-cuttle PS output. You see duplicate containers in the same pod.
I'm going to guess their container D is too old.
Say that again.
I would guess that their container D is too old. Did they say what container D version they're running up there?
167.
Yeah, for the docs, it's 1.7 plus for evented plug. So
It looks like
See
there
a
is not.
comment by Ramesh. It says it's fixed.
Oh, I see. Just checking the fix issue in enabling this. When was this fixed? 2 weeks ago. So
So
will they need another, like, does this require any release or is it just fixed?
it is just a fix.
Okay, sounds good. So can I close this or mark as done?
The bug is not closed. The merged yet. So
Yeah, it's not merged. So triage accepted. Yeah.
That's all then. Deleting pod marked as terminated while volumes are being deleting pod marked as terminated while volumes are being unmounted. This is in 123. Pod is running which mounts some volume. Stop CSI driver. Delete the pod. Pod cannot be deleted because of the unmounted volume. Cube scheduler cannot execute this delete pod from cache method to clear the pod from the info in 127. Pod is running which mounts some volumes. Stop CSI driver. Delete pod using this. Pod cannot be deleted completely because of unmounted volume, but Cube scheduler can execute this method to clear pod from node info. 127 Cube scheduler cannot execute this delete pod from cache before pod deleted completely. Is this for 6 scheduling like it's mentioned here?
Yeah, but somebody added SIG Node as well. Let's see who did it.
In which phase is the pod? It's in failed. We check the value of the pod. I'm skeptical there was a behavior change. There is some kubelet side but not on the scheduler. Please confirm the status field when the scheduler seems to ignore the pod. Terminating pod status field is succeeded. In that case, it makes sense the pod resource is ignored by the kube scheduler. This change may be caused by kubelet. They have also attached the PR. Is this a new problem? Why would the phase succeeded or fail change the rules of filtering in the scheduler? Why calling delete pod cache is problematic? I would assume pods in terminal phase are not relevant for scheduling and freed node resources. They have said from scheduler side this behavior is consistent. Restart policy always okay. Deleting pod
It must be
markers.
regression.
Yeah.
I would triage accepted and see, because we clearly see the steps to repro and such.
Do you want to assign it to anyone?
Does anybody want to follow up? So maybe this person Mimovo, like I think Mihai, if you scroll up.
Yeah. Should I reach out to them and see if they're wanting to debug this?
Yeah, can you assign first to understand what the fix will be? Because we did this fix to improve our reporting of the status for jobs. So we need to understand what's the best way to fix it.
So just assign to them?
For now, yes.
Okay.
I'll
Sounds
see myself as well. If anybody interested, just join the party.
okay, cool. I think we are done. I'll move these to the corresponding dashboard. But that's all then.
We have 15 minutes left. Can we look at needs information, just clean it up a little bit? So if you look at needs information column, on top there is a link query. I think second comment, yeah. If you look at this query, and what I did last time, I also added label. So in a search query, add a label kind bug, label semicolon kind bug. Okay. Because otherwise we get features as well. No space.
Sure.
Okay, and let's try the fish. This couple. Mohammed, do you want to say something?
Yeah, I have a question. Can we talk about something right now, or are we still looking at the board?
We can talk.
All right, cool. So yesterday I asked for some help regarding that node problem detector bug, right, affecting scale tests. I did some digging around and I found something that I think might be wrong. I'm not sure. It'd be nice to know what that error message is and how that error happens in the first place. I left a link to the PR in the meeting, in meeting chat. I've scrolled
Share your
down to the
screen.
last
I made
comment.
you-
I saw some movement on the board, but there's a message there about some error messages I found in kubelet log. And I saw a corresponding error message in the control plane as well, in the kubeAPI7 logs. I scroll all the way down. Further down, further down. There
Mohammed,
we go.
you co-host. Do you want to share?
No, I don't need to share my screen. I just want someone
Maybe-
to explain what that log line means. Like, how do you interpret that log message?
This one?
Yeah.
Fail to get summary stats, fail to get.
Well, the node is definitely there, and it was running stuff.
I've seen it before, but it usually goes away. Is it in the beginning of the logs?
Try and download the log file because the content type is bugged. But so part of the test suite tries to get summary stats, right? And it's failing to list all the pods that we're running on the node. It lists some pods, and then when that executes, when we make the API call to get the summary stats, that log line appears a second later, within milliseconds, saying that it couldn't get the node info. And another line of the same information appears in the kubeAPI7 logs at the same time. Scalability has this bug where it doesn't upload the content type properly, so you can't read it in the browser.
Does this error cause any problems?
Yeah, the test requires there's a step at the end of the test where it pulls summary stats, right? That's failing, and Kubelet complains about the node not being available. But the node is there, so.
Wait, why is it eviction manager? I think this log line is about oh, you're saying that it's the same stats that being not available. Is it what you're saying?
Yeah, so when you call the stat summary and get information about like CPU and memory usage, we can't find a pod. We found some pods, but not all the pods.
But eviction manager itself is not relevant here. It's just the fact that it also cannot make a stat, cannot get stats that you're concerned about, right?
Yeah, so I'm wondering, where do I need to look next?
So you're saying Kubelet was just restarted and being started
No,
and
so this is a test where Kubelet should not be restarted.
or should not be restarted?
No,
And it's not happening in the beginning, it's happening somewhere.
no, it happens somewhere towards the end of the test step. The crazy thing is, this works when you don't have too many nodes. It just bugs out when you got 100 nodes. I didn't test 5,000 nodes. I probably should test that, but um, my working theory is they probably fail.
I think there is a known performance issue, I thought, with the advisor and the nodes, from what I remember.
Yeah, but the annoying thing is, though, this is not new code, right? So this is an existing test suite that passes today. The only difference that was made is in how the nodes where the test run is selected.
So based on the code, it's trying to register a node if it's not registered, and if it registered once, it will just get the node info that is available.
Yeah.
So it seems like nodes are not registering fast enough. Is it? Can it be the case?
No, the nodes have registered. So if you look at the normal logs for the if you look at the prow logs, you can see all the nodes have registered already, are schedulable. Yeah, like if you click that link, and then if you open the build log, you can see that the nodes, see it right there. Scroll down a bit. You can see all the 100 nodes being listed, and they're all ready and schedulable, except the master for some reason. Master's never been schedulable, that's fine. A bit further down.
Yeah, I guess the fact that we have not problem detectors there.
Well,
telling us-
no, not ready though. From that point on, what the test runs, it runs the entire test suite.
Where is that error message?
Right, it's up there a little bit further up. If you just go a bit up to the top. If you do Control F failed, you'll find it.
Sure.
Yeah, if you look for the word the string failed, you will come across the log line. Yeah, press again, enter.
Waiting for all but one nodes to be ready. What is this?
Yeah, that's always okay. Interesting.
What was that? Waiting for all but one node? Where is it?
Yeah, in scalability test, I saw this open check for most of the things being ready, and they don't care about like plus minus one. I mean,
Okay.
never plus, but typically minus.
Okay.
Did you merge these tests, or is this off of PR?
This isn't a PR.
Okay.
I mean, I don't mind merging a broken scale test, but I think people are going to complain if I do that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm just noticing the node problem detector tests are failing, and I didn't know if they're related to this PR or not.
Wait a second, are they already failing in CI?
Yeah, I'll link. At least this is what I was recognizing that test failure. I don't know if these are, no, these
Oh,
look like they're
interesting.
CI.
Nah, so, oh yeah, your test is failing because it's not running. Because it says expected success got an error, node condition kernel deadlock not found. Yeah, because it's not running.
So these are not your PR. This is separately.
No. So this is a CI run, so you're testing code that's already in master.
What do we want to do?
Yeah, I would suggest to go in a route of understanding whether all the nodes are actually registered and any confirmation of that. And there is like also node lister that you query node in4 like to update it. So maybe this get request is not. I mean, I don't know why would it return 404. Like that is concerning.
Yeah, because my working assumption is that the test works. We're just changing how we run the test, right? If the underlying assumptions that the test was making wasn't tested beforehand and the failure is now apparent in the rewrite, that's
Yeah,
a
so
conversation
what you
to
do
have.
is you query the stats from node by name by rather than by
Yeah, by name,
IP.
yeah, that's right. Yeah. If you go to the diff for a second, Dixita,
Sure. I'm sorry.
it's fine, take your time. Right down to the bottom, you can actually see the all the way down to the bottom is what's bugging out. The rest of this test is working fine. Like the steps in the beginning.
Is there a way to check the node status right before you get the message? Like wherever you're
I
testing
could
it?
rewrite the function at the end, so which is where the problem's happening. Just scroll down a bit, a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm at the bottom.
Okay, sorry, a little bit up.
Sure.
Yeah, this get memory stats. I think this is where it fails.
The memory stats.
Yeah, so it's that piece of code there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's host exec is. I forgot.
Yeah, the function gets the stats on a per node basis. So we give it a node name. So at the top, what we do is we get a list of all the nodes, but we pick 10. Um, uh, there's a function that does that. It'll try and get all the nodes, and then it'll pick 10, and then we're going to run this test on 10 nodes. Up to 10 nodes. So because there's 100 nodes, it will pick 10. The other test, it'll just pick all the nodes.
So do you want to check the status of the node right before the test and see?
It may be checked implicitly by the fact that node problem detector was scheduled there. If we do schedule this daemon set, right?
Yeah, it's a daemon set. It runs on every node, yeah. And if we look at the logs of every node that was published to the GCS bucket, we can see the log file in there.
Do we know if this stats fail on every node or just subset of nodes? Maybe we can add this information.
Right now, if it fails on the first one, it doesn't check the other 9.
So maybe it's a good validation we can add is to understand if it's all nodes or just subset. I don't know why it was working before though. Like this is hard for me to understand. So if the assumption is true that it was working before, it's not working now, then
Yeah.
we either connect to the wrong node and do some like try to query something from a wrong node, or what else it can be.
By the way, you know that big chunk of code being deleted right now. I think I'm gonna have to reintroduce that code because I got rid of it. I don't think it was needed, but SIG Scalability introduced this. If you look in the blame, you'll find that Watchtech added those lines in there for some reason. Didn't leave a comment why though.
Do you mean this host detection?
Yeah, this host list, yeah. Um,
I don't see any usage of it. Yeah, I was wondering. Yeah, but yeah. Did you have a chance to talk to SIG Scalability? Does anybody?
no, I'm gonna. Their meetings tomorrow.
Okay.
I didn't speak to them yet because I poked through the logs and then I came across that eviction log line last
I
clear.
need to drop because I lost the room.
That's fine. Thank you so much. I'll talk to 6K Scalability and see what's going on.
Thank you, everybody. Bye bye.
Bye.